So yeah, I just saw God in this whole situation. Honestly, because my brother was very bad. It was very easy for people looking at him to go like, he will not make it. But God did the things. And I'm so glad that he gave the strength to us who were there to keep the faith, you know, and to be there for him and everything. Just that whole experience showed me how much power there is in prayer and that faith works, you guys. So we got to Mansa, got to the emergency room. There were some people in Mansa I was communicating with. There's a family friend in Mansa who, I think some minutes after we arrived, maybe like 30 minutes or so, brought us some food to eat and stuff. Yeah. So when we arrived there, he was declared that his coma was now 8 out of 15. And then he was suctioned a bit to help with the breathing. The following day at 05, my brother arrived. This night, when we just arrived in Mansa, what I was holding on to is my older brother is coming tomorrow. My older brother is coming tomorrow. So when my brother arrived, I just rushed and I hugged him. And I just, you know, it felt a lot better. Guys, it felt better. Of course, the situation was still crazy. So my brother arrived, he looked at his young brother and I could see on his face that he was unhappy. He was like, you know, like you knew someone is very sick, but after seeing it now, it hits you like, oh my God. So he even actually took a moment and went outside a bit. Then that's how we started nursing with my older brother. We were in Mansa General for about 2 weeks. So the following morning, we were given a ward in male medical ward. He was still on oxygen. He was basically still very bad. I think in that ward when we arrived, he was the worst patient. Well, at Mansa General Hospital from Tuesday, and so on, is it Wednesday or Thursday, he got scheduled for dialysis. And after his first dialysis session, he woke up. Guys, I was so excited. I was so grateful to God. I was so relieved. I felt like he was healed everything. Yeah, so he woke up, though he couldn't really speak. He literally needed to rest a bit before he speaks. We literally needed to pay attention when he speaks and stuff. He started gaining his strength slowly. By the time we were elapsing those 2 weeks, he was able to walk some distance, you know. He couldn't walk a long distance. He couldn't stay standing for a long time and stuff. I remember when he first started speaking properly, he was like, I'm sorry, but guys, I had to do it. I had to ask him, like, do you know who this is? Like, does he know who our brother is? Like, is he still saying? Because you know how when you get cerebral malaria, some people lose their mind and stuff. But he was whole. Like, he didn't lose his memory. He didn't lose his mind. Like, he was just fine. And wow, it was, I was so happy, you know. And then he was still not okay, but like just him being able to talk, to walk, and to even at least eat on his own was great. So in the beginning, we had to feed him. Okay, now I'm just going to be saying things a bit jumbled. There was a point before he woke up, we were advised that he needed to feed. It was too much of him just being on drips. So they had to put a tube into his gut. That was not nice. Put a tube through the nose into, oh my God. So when the doctor was doing that, I was holding his head. Oh my God, it was something else. I don't even know where the strength came from, but I was holding and being tough in the moment. There was this one night, one of the worst nights in Mansa General Hospital. He woke up, he was failing to sleep. He was in pain, he was complaining of his tummy hurting. He fidgeted, you people, and he complained. He was literally sounding like he's about to give up, like, I'm tired, I'm in pain, I've tried my best. You know, started saying such things. I said, hell no, you are not going in. I started to pray. I started to tell him the word of God. I started to speak things over his life. I called all of my friends who I pray with, like, guys, wake up, please start praying. People responded and started praying. I was like, thank you, Jesus, that they are awake. And some days were super discouraging because there's days like the day he first woke up where it's like a huge leap, you know, like, oh my God, this is so much progress. And then there are days after that that are like, slow days, because he's like basically the same through those days, until like another day maybe where he gets the strength to like stand up on his own. The whole experience was just tiresome emotionally, it was tiresome physically, and it just called on your faith. We just always had to encourage him to have faith in God. There were times when we would like have good moments and laugh, even laugh at other patients, because human beings are fun even when they're sick. Yeah, and then he made like my brother is an interesting character. He's funny, he's talkative, he's friendly. So he made friends with my nieces, Shani. He would laugh with them, they would tease him. Like the hospital became our home. Yeah, and then those family friends of us were really there for us. Like I'm so grateful for them. We even have a cousin in Mansa. I'm so grateful. She also helped us out. Those family friends were really there for us. I wish I could mention them, but I didn't ask for permission. So they would cook for us guys every day. All I used to do is go pick up that food and take it to the hospital. Unless maybe a few times when I had to do the cooking myself, they were there for us. They would bring us breakfast, lunch, supper, everything, you guys. And so many other people just came in. My mom's friends, my dad's friends, like so many other people, just friends, you know, came in. They would come and visit us, because we don't really have relatives in Mansa. Only that cousin of mine. They would come visit us, check on us, leave a bit of like something for juice, bring something. Like it was so encouraging, guys. Like Mwevand, when in hospital, hear it from me. Both the bedsider and the patient, both of them, they need you. Visit them, help them financially, and also like needs, resources, help them, Mwevand. Even if it's just bringing food, it goes a long way. Being in the hospital is not nice. I was a wreck, guys. I was tired, I was exhausted, but I couldn't stop because I love my brother so much. My older brother and I were tired, but we were like pushing ourselves. So yeah, I just saw God in this whole situation, honestly, because my brother was very bad. It was very easy for people looking at him to go like, he will not make it. But God did the things, and I'm so glad that he gave the strength to us who were there to keep the faith, you know, and to be there for him and everything. Just that whole experience showed me how much power there is in prayer, and that faith works, you guys. Honestly, the whole point of telling this story is to tell you that faith works and there is power in prayer. Yeah, but then anyway, yeah, there was that, and then eventually he got removed by oxygen. I can't remember which day, somewhere in those 2 weeks, and then we asked for a referral to Saka because that's where the whole family is, and people needed to see him just for their sanity also, and just also for himself. It was good for him, you know. So we got referred to Saka. We eventually went to Saka, and there we were admitted again at UTH. My brother was sad. He complained. He was so upset. We stayed in UTH for about 5 days, and he was discharged, being observed at home and stuff. We went for reviews. He kept on improving, and today he's up and kicking and fine. Guys, I just want to encourage you that faith works. I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Faith works. There were points during my brother's stay in the hospital that all I had was faith, because the doctors had already given their medication. The doctors had already said what they needed to say. Like they had already done what they could, and then now it was about now the patient's body responding. And then there were times when it was not responding, and all you had was to believe in and trust in God, and all you had was to pray. You know, there were times when I just felt an urge to pray for my brother, like, oh my God, in this very moment I need to pray for his healing, I need to pray for his protection, you know. And I just thank God that I also have some level of sensitivity in the spirit, that I could hear when God said pray now. It was quite an experience, and I want you to know that whenever you want God to do something for you, whenever you're desperate, whenever you need things, pray and have faith. It works. Me, I saw my brother heal, move from oxygen to walking, from failing to walk, from not talking, from being unconscious for 4 days. My brother did not utter a word or stand up or move or whatever for 4 days straight. But God answered our prayers, you know. So prayer works, you guys. I don't know how much I can tell you this, but prayer works. Faith works, you people. Like, I don't know how much I can stress this. But yeah, that's that. Out of the whole experience, there are just some things that I had learned, and there are just some things that like I took as lessons, you know. So the first thing is we need to have faith. Like, we need to believe in God, because I promise you, there was so many people praying for my brother, and there was so many people just encouraging us in the Lord and everything. And then just on our own, okay, just on my part as a person, I really was relying on God to heal him. I really was just like holding on to God and saying, dear God, please heal him, you know. And all the difficult moments, we got through them, not just with like medication and whatever, but we got through them with prayer as well, and like the word and encouragements from other people. Prayer really changes things, guys. I saw God change my brother's situation because we prayed about it. And then the other thing that I can talk about is, guys, you know, when you involve God in things, God makes things easier for you. Like, he makes it bearable. He makes it like, when you're going through the thing, maybe you may not see it, but like when you get out of it and you think about how intense everything was, you're like, how did I do that? And God makes things bearable. And I feel for our case, God made things easier for us by bringing in so many people to like help us out. Like, so many people came in and helped us out. The other thing that I saw out of this whole thing is that, guys, there is so much love in the world. Like, I just had to say it in this very sentence. There is so much love in this world. Guys, the amount of support we got, the love, the care, how people were just there for us, I can't even begin to explain. Like, people would come check on us. People whom we've never really like had conversation with or met personally, just because my mom or my dad at home called and said, my son is in hospital, please check on them. People would bring us food every day. Like, people would, oh my God, there's so much love in the world, guys. Like, if you think that this world is so horrible, me, through this experience, I saw that there is so much love in the world. And I just felt like, oh my God, humanity is so much better than like what we look at it to be or whatever. Like, I just saw love in people's reactions and people's like response to our situation, and I was just so blessed by it. Like, I can't even begin to explain. I was so blessed by it. And like, I could just encourage everybody, like, guys, be the person that shows kindness and love and care to somebody, especially in the moments they need it the most. Like, you don't have to be part of the bunch that is just like, that's not my problem. But, you know, like, the kind of response we got from people made me see that, oh my God, we people are like so much better than we are on a daily, you know. You don't even have to wait for somebody to be lying on a hospital bed or whatever. Just be nice. Like, it really strengthened me how people were there for us, how people were checking for us. Like, I think it also added on to like helping my brother get better, because when he would see people come see him, people would try to talk to him. Like, even if they were strangers, they kept him, I feel like they kept him somehow, you know, there. You know, someone comes, they're greeting you, they're checking on you, you smile at them. That like helps you also to get better. And the other thing that I like saw and discovered out of this whole situation is that I saw my strength. Like, if you're my friend, I know you say, Toko, you're strong. Like, most of my friends call me strong. I still don't understand exactly why, but most of my friends call me strong. But in this particular situation, I saw my strength, guys. Like, you people call me strong. I saw my strength. Like, I saw how I was able to endure in the moments when my brother was going through pain and I had to be there strengthening him. I had moments where I had to deal with like pain, like worry, fear, and just like, I had those weak moments as well, but then I got through it somehow, you know. And I just saw that, oh my God, you were tough in there, Toko. So yeah, there was that. I saw my strength. Yeah, and then the other thing is, I was so grateful to God at how my eldest brother and I worked together to help my brother who was sick. Like, we were such a team. Like, the way we would exchange, looking after him. This one rests a bit, this one looks after him, this one goes to buy like maybe foodstuffs or medicines. This one is like, there was so much teamwork, and I just like how we worked. It made me feel good. Like, we needed each other, and we gave each other the strength we needed to give each other. And also we were there for each other, and we were there for the patient as well. I'm just so grateful to God that we were able to work like that. It was such a good experience, and it helped me to see that in situations you do need people, and when people are there to work with you, work with them as much as you can, because that will help you. Because going through the whole thing, we were tired physically, we were tired emotionally, we were going through so much. Like, it was an emotional thing. We love our brother so much, and then also we had to be there for him, to do everything for him because of how he was weak and unconscious and all that, but then if it was only one person, I can imagine how terrible and exhausting it would have been. It was too long a period to just have one person handle it, just the way we were exchanging, and there was no other family member really. It was just people who were coming to visit and helping us with food and all that, but people who were there throughout was me and him. But I just like how we worked. The teamwork was awesome, guys. Yeah, so that's that. So mainly these are the things that I took out of this experience, and these are the things that I really learned. If you feel like this video has been helpful to you, or there is something that has gotten your attention and you feel like, oh, let's talk about this, you can say something in the comments. You can, let's spark a conversation. And if there is more that you want us to talk about, feel free. We can talk even on other platforms. And yeah, I just really wanted to share this story and start off this channel by talking about this, because this has really made a big part of who I am, and this has really made me see a lot. And I was just hoping that when I share, the people that get to see this can get to see what I saw, and maybe even more, and get blessed, get helped, and just get to see how wonderful our God is, and just how certain situations can be and how they can turn out. Thank you for watching, and yeah, bye.